What is going on, everybody? My name is Coach Hayes, and welcome to another review. Today, we're going to be reviewing the Dallas Fuel versus the San Francisco Shock. This should be a good game. We know that Dallas has been causing a bit of a ruckus recently. And I'm really curious to actually break this game down and see what is making Dallas so strong and why they actually managed to beat the Shock 3-0. I'm really looking forward to reviewing this because they have been playing a lot of the sim comp. I really, really want to figure out this sim comp. I want to figure out why it's strong, and I want to try and explain that to you guys, why this comp is strong, and give you guys the insights that you're looking for. Before we get into this review, I'd just quickly like to plug that I'm offering coaching on my website, coachhayes.com. So if you are interested in getting personal one-on-one coaching from me or team coaching, go ahead and visit my website, coachhayes.com. All right, plugs out the way. Let's get into the review. So first map here, we got Busan. Looking like Dallas are going to roll out on the sim comp. DPS, we have Sim, Sparkle playing the Symmetra. We have Doha on the Mei. We have Fearless on the Rhine. Hanbin's playing the Diva. So pretty standard looking bro composition. But we do see the one difference here being that Sparkle's not on the McCree, and McCree is not something that Dallas have been favoring. They've been playing a lot of the sim. So we are going to take a deep dive in today and try and figure out what makes this sim strong and why ultimately Dallas ended up 3-0ing Shock. So obviously Sparkle on the sim, Doha on the Mei, Fearless on the Rhine, Hanbin on the Diva, Fielder and Jexay, Bap and Lucio. And on the Shock, we got the standard brawl composition. So let's actually take a look. I want to look at Sparkle's pod first. I want to see how Sparkle's playing this on the sim. Getting some poke down. Really curious to see how he's going to utilize these TPs. TP goes up behind the Shock. Wall comes down from both teams. Shock, they actually really nicely split up Shock here on this position. The wall basically zones them off. Super has to drop almost instantly here, and so they have the high ground control. Now, just looking at the sim here, like, I feel like this is a clash of styles. So, what I was thinking today is I'm wondering if teams are playing a lot more sim now because, well, teams are playing a lot more Sigma. And what does Sim rely on? She relies on being able to like pump that damage out and charge off of the shields. So I'm wondering if Sim is a great pick versus Sigma comps, Sigma Brawl comps, and if she's also a great pick, just in general versus Ryan. And maybe it is the case that she's been undervalued a little bit up until now. Teams have been favoring the McCree Mei comp, but I'm really wondering if the Mei has been slightly undervalued here, and Dallas have actually kind of identified that, and now they're running with if the Sim has been undervalued, and now they're running with a Sim. What does Sim bring to the team? Let's try and think about this. What does Sim bring to the team? Well, she has an insane amount of shield pressure and damage. She provides utility with teleports. She has really good choke control with the turrets. Obviously, if you set those turrets around the choke, you know how difficult it is as a team to try and push through those turrets and clear the turrets out and then push in against the team. So I feel like Sim provides actually a lot of positives to the comp. Now, what are the weaknesses of Sim? Well, she's incredibly vulnerable and squishy, so she has to play pretty close with the team. What else are her weaknesses? She has low mobility, so she's very reliant on the team to kind of play around her, support her. Another pro, she has good spam damage. I think Sim, the Sim makes a lot of sense here. I'm curious how Sparkle is going to actually make value of this Sim. Now, one thing we do have to also pay attention to is we know that Shock, one of the win conditions of the Shock comp is to have Striker in a strong position where he's able to find value. That's kind of why teams run this McCree. We know that the McCree is very much playing a flanking style. Because in a head-on 6v6, I think ultimately Fuel will eventually overwhelm the Shock unless Striker makes and finds those picks. So we're seeing kind of two contrasting compositions here. One composition that is more of a kind of central comp that is relying on just overwhelming with that sim pressure and the Mei wall. And then we've got the shot comp, who still has the Mei, still has that kind of brawl potential, but they also have the flank potential of Striker. Now Striker could cause problems with this comp. If Dallas are very clumped together and Striker manages to get in a good position, Striker could cause a lot of problems here. So let's get into this. Actually, we're gonna watch from the overhead just to begin with and see what kind of positions they take, because this is very important. Hanbin staying on the high ground, creating a nice little off angle here, and you see how we see kind of like a U shape kind of surrounding Super. Where can Super put his shield up here? Where can Super push to here where he's able to not take so much damage? Because anywhere he pushes, he's going to be taking damage from Hanbin. If he pushes towards the Rhine, I'm sure that Doha is going to make this off angle here. So right off the bat, I like the positioning from Dallas. And we see the power of the Sim here, like just absolutely shredding down. Absolutely shredding down Super. Super goes down real quick. No TPs yet. Striker's gotten so many picks. I think Striker was hard MVP this fight. I'm pretty sure Striker was just on the high ground the whole time here, just kind of raining down on Dallas. One of the big questions we're going to have to kind of look at here is how are Dallas able to shut down Striker? Because Striker is going to be the carry potential here for the shock. Look at that, and this is showing you the strengths of the Sim. You can ignore choke points. And where is brawl composition strong? Brawl composition is strong when you have control of choke points. So maybe the Sim is just that strong. And it definitely feels like she has been undervalued. And I know this is literally the first 2 minutes of the map, and I'm already saying that Sim is undervalued, but it does kind of seem that way, just off of my initial thoughts and like thinking more about the comp. So maybe the big brains over at Dallas have already just figured this out way before I had and way before anyone else had. Sparkle gets absolutely dunked on here by Super, and this is not looking like a great start. Dallas, yeah, okay, this is reset 100%. Dot commit mail. Okay. And then one thing I also forgot to mention is there's going to be this symbol. This symbol is going to be a big game changer as well for these fights. How are they going to play this time? Are they going to try a different kind of TP? Are they faking them out? I think they're not sure what they're doing. Okay, they push out. Hanbin's caught. Oh, okay. TP comes out. The TP's... That's a big shatter from Fearless. The Mail and Shatter was... Mail, Shatter, and Window was committed there. Like, yeah, Fearless was 100% the difference maker here. I believe the main reason to play Sim in this map might be just might be stronger against the Boar, Brig, Zen, and it's still strong versus Rush. I don't think you'd play Sim versus Dive. I think you'd just play it. I think it actually makes more sense versus Rush, to be honest. So Wall comes out. He's walling off the choke here. I like this wall. Yeah, this is a good wall because it provides a lot of separate angles here you can play from. Sparkle right now is just, he's chilling up top on this wall. And it's from what I'm seeing so far, Sparkle's just putting so much damage down on this on Super. Really putting the focus on the Rhine there. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. Because now they have an answer to wherever Shock want to push from. There's that turret. Notice how he is saving two turrets. Okay, so interesting. He throws out one turret, and he's saving the other three because he's waiting to see where the Shock are coming from. Oh, that's going to be so much damage through the window. Oh my god, he just one-shots Violet. That's disgusting. He might be caught out of position here though, yeah. I think the best option for him there was just to kite back towards that kite back towards the teleport. Let's watch this fight back and just see if there's anything else we can get from this fight. I apologize, guys, if I'm gonna be pausing, skipping, rewinding a lot. I really want to try and find the nuggets from this game and see if there's anything we're missing, because there's a lot you can miss in Overwatch if you're not watching back the fights. War comes out from Dallas, and Troy gets in. Nice window position. Shock just trying to gain some space here. Sparkle didn't actually put any turrets down yet. I think he's only put a few turrets down. I'm surprised he didn't put a few more down there. Anyways, just Dallas trying to control this choke point right now. Playing in the window. Nero goes with Mayo. Dallas kiting back away from the Mayo. Sparkle gets one. Sparkle kind of Dallas kind of playing around the tempo here. Sparkle does make a pretty big mistake there. And let's actually switch to Fearless POV. Oh, that was short-lived. And this is just like an absolute death match now. It's kind of like a scrap. Dallas do have full percentage here. I think they're calling to reset. Yeah, they're calling to get a regroup here. Okay, they reset back. And they're now pushing back in. Sparkle coming. Two very, very important ults coming available here. We've got Simmel and Mayo already online. Simmel comes down. And it really does seem like they're putting a lot of pressure on Super here. Super getting hard focused down there. I wasn't sure which side the Diva Bomb was on. Honestly, I think they've already done enough. I think they've done enough. Hanbin putting so much pressure there onto Violet. Hanbin with a 3k. Okay. So how reliant are they on this composition? Or is this, you know, is this a composition they're playing everywhere? Or is this only on the Brawl maps? That's the question we got to ask. It looks like... Well, who knows? They might swap. Okay, looks like they're committing with this Anna Brig. They're playing a relatively aggressive dive comp here in response to Shock's Brawl composition. I'm actually going to go ahead and watch Doha here because I think the Echo is a really key part of playing the playing this dive comp. He's playing really aggressive. This is really nice. He's looking for an aerial assassination. Goes for the stickies, doesn't manage to land them. What does Echo provide in this comp? Well, she provides an incredible amount of spam, and she has insane follow-up potential. We see the follow-up potential here with the beam. The beam is incredibly strong. Maybe one of the strongest abilities in Overwatch, actually. This is nice. He's holding onto his shift just in case he needs to use it. And we're going to see him shift away when he needs to. Oh, he actually shifts in. This is nice. Goes full aggression mode there. He hears the team communicate that they have the advantage and they commit in. Nice follow-up there. Nice play from Dallas. Confidence in the tank's calls there. That Doha goes in. He has no way of escaping that, but he's confident. He's going in and they're finishing the targets off. Gets so much value with that beam. And let's have a think about this for Shock. Who is Shock gonna really lock down here? I mean, they can kill the Echo if the key here, if Doha makes a mistake. If Doha makes a mistake, Striker can quite easily pick him. Nero can pick him. Violet can also pick him. If Sparkle makes a mistake, also very, very, very real possibility that Sparkle can get picked. If Fearless makes a mistake, also he can get picked. If all of the Dallas guys play well here, and they play around farming nano, farming ults, and just playing to pressure and keep the pressure on until they see that opportunity to go in, that's what they'll do. And Fielder and Jack say, you got to be wondering for Shock, how are they going to manage to push these guys? It's going to be tough. Striker looking for a flank position there to try and get some value. And this position for Doha is just so dominant, right? Like, he can play above them and just cause an absolute nightmare here. he gonna pin? Not gonna pin. Goes for the clone. Shatter comes down. It's a big shatter. Super should be dead. Dallas using the map geometry there and the ult advantage they had to take the reins and engage in this position. This is a nice position where Fearless can get a lot of pressure. Doha can utilize the high ground here. Doha gets a nice engage. And the other thing is this is a choke point. It's a very narrow position where Shock don't have a whole lot of space to maneuver and play in. So nicely recognized there from Dallas. It seems like they're trying to do the same thing. Hanbin and Doha taking control of this high ground here, making sure that they're not able to push in. Sticky comes out from Sparkle, not much value. Right now, Shock are using beat, so if we look at this, Shock 100% have tempo advantage. And so you see Dallas, Fearless jumping away, and Dallas giving them the respect because they have that tempo advantage. But this high ground causing so many problems here. Because how can Shock kill them when they're playing this high ground? They can't. Only the D.Va can get up there and contest. D.Va comes out. Shock are all so low though. This Ana and Brig just... Ana and Brig keeping them alive there on the high grounds. Ult economy wise, yeah, and Shock are making the swaps. Shock are realizing this is not working too well and making the swaps. I think it might be a little too late. Oh, that's a nice sleep. That's a really nice sleep. Almost kills Nero. Nano comes out. Jexe goes down. Nice peel there. Trying his best to peel for Jexe. For Jexe. And this is looking like a 99-0. You really don't see this very often. Wow, that was a nice shot. Yeah, you do not see that very often. And especially against a Shock. Anbin's aim style reminds me of Alataja. Okay. Pretty impressive stuff so far. Have a look at game 2. I don't think we're going to see this comp from Fuel. I'd be surprised if Hanbin is playing Zarya at least. Okay, he's playing D.Va. Okay, so we have... I call this rush composition. I call the Fuel comp rush composition because this is pretty much just... There's one win condition which is just rushed. Which is just rush. And obviously we see Shock here playing the double bubble composition. It is... maybe some of you guys saw my previous review, but we looked, I believe, I'm not sure, I can't remember the team, but we saw, I think it was actually, I'm not sure which team it was, but we saw, I'm pretty sure we saw a team play Rush as a good response to Shock's double bubble, or another team's double bubble, and the Rush was working out really nicely because it just doesn't give the double bubble comp enough time to get those win conditions up, which is the Nano, which is the Primal, which is the Zarya energy. It kind of just overwhelms them. So Dallas Fuel, again, they seem to have the pick advantage here with what they're playing, and that seems to have been the story so far. Dallas are definitely playing well, but it seems like on a composition and a map basis, they do have the edge at this point. Now, the key person to watch in these comps is going to be Doha, because he's going to be the one setting up a lot of these engages. Oh, Smurf. Very, very close to getting hacked there. This is a really nice position. I haven't seen that position before. That's a cool position. So the reason we want to be looking at Doha here is because the way this comp plays out is it plays around a lot around the Sombra scouting. The Sombra in this comp is the eyes. Doha is the one scouting the information, and he's the one communicating the rotations of Shock so that his team can rotate safely without taking too much damage. So we're going to see Doha here look to set up and engage. Doha's in position. Fearless comes in. And let's call this a jump for space. They've taken the space, and we're going to probably see a setup again. Wow, Smurf gets taken out. That's a big blunder. And now Dallas are completely in control. They're going to go hard. And look at that, they're going real hard. Nice rotations there from Dallas. Dallas took the rotations where they didn't give Shock any time to farm those ults. And the other reason why this fuel comp is so strong against Shock is because you're stopping that Winston from getting the farm, from giving the Zarya the energy, from farming his primal, from farming the nano, because if Winston gets hacked, it doesn't matter how many bubbles or cooldowns go onto him, he's dead versus this comp. I am very impressed so far with Dallas's coordination though. They look very trusting and confident in every single play. Going aggressive with Cole, they recognize they have the tempo advantage. Again, Cole is also so strong versus the Ana Brig because that Cole damage is just going to stack through everybody. Very, very methodical from Fuel. I like it. I think Fearless is a great player. I like Fearless a lot. I'm kind of surprised he's not on Shanghai anymore, to be honest with you, but yeah, Doha has to die here. Surely he's dead. Wow. Dallas, keep him alive. He goes for the defensive EMP because so many people of Shock have committed on this. Violet's on Echo. That comes out onto Smurf. It's going to be a reset, 100%. They're not going to commit to this. Yeah, they just go for the reset. The Violet is on the Echo. Makes you wonder how good Violet's Echo is. Maybe it's clean, I'm not sure. No idea, to be honest. Again, let's watch how this plays out from an overhead for once. I know some of you guys don't like when I go overhead, but it's important to see this to kind of get an understanding for how the teams are rotating and how the teams are playing. Doha moving forward, looking for any information, any space. He's setting up. You see the rest of Dallas kind of waiting a little bit. He communicates the position of Shock. And like I said before, the fuel comp naturally has tempo against this double bubble comp because double bubble is weak until you get certain ults online like Nano, like Primal, like Zarya Energy. It's only when you get those ults available that you can start engaging aggressively. And right now we don't really see those ults. We only see Primal here. Doha gets a nice hack onto Twilight, and we can see the rest of Dallas starting to follow up here and try and get into position to help this. Yep, there's no saving Doha there. Nice sleep from Twilight. Not looking like a great start. Great fight for Dallas. Yep. I think it's going to be reset. They're down both DPS. Just going to reset this. EMP here being... I mean, we all know how strong EMP is. EMP is an incredibly strong ability. It can turn a fight. It can completely win a fight if you hit a big EMP. Doha's looking to farm a little bit, Volt Charge. Playing around the EMP is a win condition now. A lot of respect being given over here to Dallas because of this composition. Shock go aggressively with the Nano. Doha looking for that hack. Doesn't manage to get the hack off. But from Shock's perspective, who are they going to kill in this comp? Who are they going to kill? Like, who can they really lock down on the fuel comp? I don't see it. Like, maybe D.Va? But even D.Va's incredibly difficult to kill. Winston maybe, but now they don't have any CC with the McCree. Moira, there's no way you're killing the Moira unless she's used Shift. Lucio is going to be tricky to kill. I guess maybe Lucio is killable. And then you've got the Sombra and you've got the Tracer. Two incredibly difficult heroes to kill. It really seems to me like Dallas are hard winning the pick game. The composition game. Whoa, that was such a good beat from Jexay. Timed it absolutely perfectly. Get EMP. EMP comes out. This is a big EMP. Question is, do they have enough here? D.Va comes out from Hanbin. Can get anyone. Violet's out of position big time. Good heals there from Twilight. Got Primal. Should be able to find some value here. Tries to boop him onto the point. Oh, he's getting so much value with his Primal. FT God's down. That's just so clean. The guy's a nutter. Get some Hanbin pop. Okay, we're switching. Dallas are up right now, big time. Have point control. Another call. Oh, that was almost absolute finesse pull spawn. FT God's using Rally. Right now, Shock putting up a good fight here. They have tempo. Trying to find Sparkle trying to find that mega pack. Really nice comeback there from Shock. They managed to pull this one back. Just seems like this, now that they've swapped off the Reaper, they don't quite have that. They don't quite have that oomph they need to finish these fights with this Tracer. Absolute nutter. Doha's got EMP though. He's got another EMP. Shock running with a grab, pulse bomb. Which is a very nice combo, obviously. We all know how strong that combo is. Really relying on Hanbin here to manage to get this. Interesting from Shock. You see how they're putting who they're putting a lot of focus on? They're putting a lot of focus on this D.Va. Grab comes out. Hat comes out from Doha. Beat comes out again from Jexay. Ult usage really, really nice from Dallas here. And look at this, he's going aggressive because he's got that Primal coming up soon. Gets slept. I think he's going to be okay. Field is going super aggressive there. Nice nano from Twilight, managing to keep up Choi. And again, Shock have done it again. They've managed to take two. They keep managing to turn these fights really, really well, even though Dallas are playing so well. Shock really, really fighting this one. Let's see some Violet play. I guess Violet really is kind of free in this comp. Sparkle back on the Reaper now. Let's see if they can manage to get this now. With this Reaper damage. Another grab from Choi. Another EMP. It's actually insane how many EMPs this guy gets. Gonna be it. Shock, really nice hold actually. Really, really nice hold. They were fighting to the bitter end there and they managed to get it. They stopped so many good pushes there from Dallas. Dallas got a lot of picks. But Shock always, you know, they had that one clutch factor. The nano from Twilight, someone getting a pick. And this game looking a lot closer. Even though I would still give Fuel the edge in terms of composition. Shock did have some really, really nice clutch fights there towards the end. Let's see what the teams are going to go for on their attack. See what Shock's going to go for. Both teams looking like they're coming out on double bubble here. Okay. Yeah, both teams on the double bubble. Shock opting for the McCree variant. And the Fuel going with the Echo. I still personally feel like Echo is so undervalued. I think she's so strong. So I love to see Echo being played here. And Violet's big time out of position here. Oof. Big time out of position. Look at that. They noticed that Choi is punishable because he's used self bubble, and so they're pushing that and they're trying to get that pick. How did that happen? Oh, that's not good, is it? They've lost fielder. Get striker cam. Goes for the blink. A lot of headshot damage. Look at that follow. This guy's insane. And so we're even right now with 5v5, but you have to be thinking here that that's a great trade for Shock. They've traded a DPS for a support, which is 100% a great trade. And so Dallas here need to play on the back burner here. Traded again. Zarya, Choi for Zarya for Tracer. I think this is retakeable, you know. I think this is retakeable for Dallas. Let's watch this from Hanbin's perspective, because we're gonna see Fearless engage. Looks like they're gonna go for a recontest. Bubble comes out, and they're moving into point, putting a lot of focus there onto Smurf. Saving the self bubble. Self bubble comes out. He has this projected bubble. Are we gonna see them go aggressive? Goes in aggressively. Both Winstons go in. Shock invested nano, and Fuel didn't invest anything there. Yo, what's good, Will? Welcome to the stream, mate. Alright, so Shock invested nano the previous fight, so the Fuel are going to have the advantage here because they just have that nano advantage. Watch this. So definitely Fearless is going to be the one to watch here because he's going to be going aggressive. We're going to be watching Fearless and Doha here. Violet does have High Noon. Shock do have Rally coming up, so this could be winnable here. Oh, that's a beautiful sleep. Just before the bubble comes out, the nano comes out onto Fearless. Fearless is in there. Primal comes out. It's a double Winston play right here. Double Winston play. Here comes Doha. So Clone, Primal, and Nano committed this fight. Jexay has Rally available. FD God uses Rally, but they still lose the fight. Rally is an incredibly important ult when it comes to this second point, because Rally just enables you to... It enables you to be able to take that point safely and consistently. And that's really what you need to get this second point. So being down that Rally is actually pretty huge. They do have Pulse, they do have Nano. Smurf goes in, jumps to take space, Bubble comes out. They might look to punish Smurf here. Okay, never mind, they go with the grab. They go with a really early grab there. I'm wondering here if they're going with grab because they've seen this Zarya bubble from Choi onto Smurf, and now they're now thinking, okay, they've used Zarya bubble. Now there's nothing that can actually stop this grab pulse, so we're gonna go early and we're gonna go aggressive and just get this. Choi actually uses his own grab defensively there. I think this is gonna be Dallas's fight. Rally comes out. This is nice. Smurfs forced out the rally. That's pretty nice. Phyllis goes down. Hanbin being real patient with the bubbles there. Though he's still being patient with himself. Really, really scrappy second point here from both teams. Ult economy wise, Dallas definitely came out on top there. Fielder's going to have that nano, which is going to enable Phyllis to be aggressive. While Phyllis is being aggressive with the nano, he's therefore farming his primal. And we're seeing this position here as kind of like the centerpiece for both teams' defensive and positioning, because this just gives you so much line of sight here onto the second point. So that's kind of what we're seeing here from both Dallas and Shock. So hard defending the left side flank from the Tracer. Let's go back to the team. I think Striker's now taking that flank. Oof, that was really, really risky from Doha. Oof. He has to go for the clone. This is not the clone you want to be going for, but you know he has to go for it. Okay, that Fuel just getting back there. Nano committed, clone committed, nothing committed from the Shock, just time wasted. For the Fuel here, you know, they're happy with trading kills. They're happy with trading kills with a Shock, because if they're trading kills, they're going to have this spawn advantage. So this is why we're not seeing Sparkle trying to defend Striker from flanking here, because he's not caring about Striker flanking. He's more focused on getting kills rather than defending this flank from the Tracer. He's trying to look for these. Look, he's trying to look for his own kills, and so Striker's going in, but because of that, Sparkle's able to get a free flank here, and we're probably going to see an engagement again from Sparkle and Fearless. Force one comes in, goes for the sticky. They lose Choi. And even though they're trading here, they're trading nicely. Wow, he was about to die there. Sparkle was about to die. Going really aggressive for this kill. They want the kills. Sparkle's going to reset. Grav comes in. A really nice body block there with the self bubble as well. And they're happy with trading. They're trading kills really nicely here. Don't think this primal's gonna get a whole lot of value. Sleep's coming up. Gets to sleep. Gets woken up right away. Is he gonna nano Hanbin? He does nano Hanbin just to keep him alive. Relatively low energy from Hanbin. Troy goes down. The aggression here from Dallas is really, really cool to see. They don't give a shit about healing. They're just hard focusing on trading kills here. And they're doing a really nice job of it. They're trading kills happily. A lot more aggressive position there. Okay, the Fielder's backing off. I was wondering if they were going to engage aggressively on the outside here, but Fielder's backing off. Ult economy wise, it's honestly kind of even. Like, Fearless is getting close to that primal. Hanbin's getting close to the Grav. Sparkle's going to have Pulse Bomb available this fight. Shock do have the advantage on support ults. Really nice boop there from Jexay. Stops Smurf from getting in there. Are we going to see the double Winston engage? Oh, that was an absolutely beautiful nade from Fielder. Fielder gets an absolutely clutch nade. Let's watch this back. Nade comes out. Nade hits both of the supports. Absolutely huge bio nade there from Fielder. And there we've got, again, the tried and true double Winston engage, double Monkey engage. How do you survive versus that? And this should be game. Doha getting so much value on this primal. It's actually kind of rare you see an Echo that's Good with the primal. Oof. That was looking real good. So aggressive. Good understanding of ult economy. Good understanding of the compositions. And we're seeing the synergy here from Dallas. With the map 3. Icon ward. Wagwan G. What's up, Ice? How's it going, mate? Alright, so we see Fuel back on the Mei Sim. Back on the Mei Sim. Have Shock figured out a way to deal with this? Have they adapted anything? Have they tried to change something? I suppose we only saw one Koth point. So, you know, Shock may still be confident playing the Brawl comp here. Let's look for these Mei walls to start the fight. This Mei wall is going to be good. Making the rotation on the left side. They fake a nice little rotation towards the right. TP comes out. This is a beautiful TP spot. Look at that. Just negating the whole choke and switching the map on Shock. That's really, really cool to see. They wall off the right side so that they can't disengage this way. Nice wall from Doha. And we see Sparkle just absolutely peppering down. Absolutely peppering down Super. Hamming gets a pick. Hamming gets some really nice orbs onto Striker there. And that's the advantage they need here. That's the advantage they need. They should, you know, at the highest level, folks, when they get this one opening pick, it's game, because these guys take the slightest advantage and they push it to the max. Fielder 20% off his window. Striker switching onto the Doomfist here. Not sure how good Striker's Doomfist is, but we'll see. Is Sparkle going to switch? He's looking like he's going to switch. What is he going to switch to? He maybe wants to go McCree, but... So clearly... Doomfist does make a lot of sense in response to this sim. Because you're not giving the sim any time to farm that... You're not giving the sim any time to farm that, that beam. Shot going very, very aggressive here. There goes Striker straight in there. They've identified that Hanbin's out of position here, so they're just hard pushing Hanbin. The wall from Nero blocks off the drone. That's a trade you're happy with as for Dallas. That's a trade you're very happy with. Okay, Shock, pull it back. Because Shock is still down that Baptiste, they have to back off and give the space. Dallas understand that. Oh, this is so clean on the Mei. All of these players are incredibly good. Sigurd comes out. Wall comes out. Oh, he's not quite able to TP away. He is able to now, though. TP's away. TP's back in. Bum comes down. Hamming goes down. Look at that damage. The sim damage is insane. Nice TP. TP goes down, cancels the TP right away. And they're now holding aggressively, holding super aggressive on this stroke. Why are they holding aggressive? Well, they have Mei Wall. That's why they're holding aggressive. They want to stop these guys from pushing in. And so we're just setting up aggressive. We see Doha on an off angle here, looking for that Mei Wall. Goes for the Mei Wall. He may walls to the side like this because it's harder for them to break. This is smart. Super getting frozen. Drone comes out. This off angle from Doha is just absolutely disgusting, actually. And look at that. Just freezing multiple targets in one there. Really nice off angle there from Doha. TP comes out. Looking for the late picks here. I love the aggression from Dallas. So fun to watch. Super goes down, and this is a huge pick, right? Because now they're gonna push it around this corner for free. I love the utility from the sim. This is really, really cool. Sees gets Hambin back into position, cancels that TP. Another wall from Sparkle. Sigurd comes out, wall. A little bit of a blunder there with the wall. Sparkle takes a look back. He's like, well, fuck, that's not a good wall, but do they even need the wall? It's not looking like they do. They've got Sim ult, they've got Mail, they've got Sigil. They have so many ults to work with this fight. This is absolute stomp. Can they even touch? Striker doesn't know what to play. He's on the Junkrat. Wall comes out. Boops come in. They can't even touch. Oh my goodness me. This is brutal. Dallas look really, really good. Definitely have been in control most of this game. Alright, let's take a look. Okay. Sparkle's on Pharah. Sparkle's on Pharah, Doha's on Sombra. And they're playing another dive comp. This time, except they're not opting with the Echo. Sparkle's on the Pharah. And this is kind of a surprise, right? Because you got to be thinking here, if you are rolling them so hard on the sim comp, why change it? But on the flip side of that, if they're constantly adapting these comps and they're constantly trying to pick the compositions which they believe are strongest on the map, this is exactly why they're switching. They for some reason they believe that this comp is just better on this point. Let's look at the win conditions of this comp. Well, this comp plays around the Ana, so everything revolves around the Ana in this composition. She's the one that provides all the support. Dallas Fuel are going to be extremely aggressive during the rotations of the Shock here. Striker goes back. Striker's switching. Looks like they're going to full swap here. Yeah, they're going to full swap. They're going to go... Yeah, okay, they're going the full dive. They're going rush. They're going rush. This is good. I like this swap from Shock. So much pressure there. Violet's already had shift been forced. And this, you see the pressure they're putting in during this rotation. Incredible amount of pressure. Shock rotate into the building here. They don't want to play in the open, right? If they play in the open, this comp is going to get hard spam downs. This is why we're seeing Shock trying to rotate into this position. Fielder goes down. That's pretty big actually for Shock. Okay, Fielder goes down. Gonna be a reset here, I'm fairly sure. Okay, not gonna reset, gonna continue fighting this. Picks up Jexay. Yeah, it's gonna be a reset, surely. Okay. Nicely done from Shock. Play the comp well. They wait for the engage. They try and close the gap. Super manages to get the engage onto Fielder. Fielder goes down. Sparkle swapping off the Pharah, and so is Jexay switching off the Mercy. We're seeing dive versus dive here. The only difference being that Fuel have the Ana and the Brig. Shock do have the ult advantage, being that they have this... They've had this comp, so they have the supports available, and they have full spawn. This Moira ult and beat is going to be very, very crucial in this fight, but we are going to see some shenanigans from Doha with the EMP. He sees FD God in the open, goes for the EMP, FD God's EMP, there's no beat coming through here. Hole comes out. Shock try and turn the fight. Shock go with EMP and they go with Cole. And they managed to turn this nicely. A nice turn there from Shock. Nero makes sure he doesn't get hit by the EMP. He hides. And they go. Let's actually watch this fight one more time. Because there's a few things that I missed. There's so many different parts playing out here. So we see Nero's right underneath. Is he hiding? Okay, Nero does get hacked. Violet makes sure not to get hacked. Goes with a Cole. Super gets hacked and he gets naded, so Super's dead here 100%. Also, one thing to note here is Choi avoided this EMP. Let's look at Choi's positioning. Choi positioning inside the building there so that he can matrix anyone. So Shocker basically kind of trying to give Fuel a good looking EMP so that they want to go for it, but they do have people in response to hide. They have Choi hiding, they have Violet hiding. They do have people set up ready to try and stop this EMP from finding value. EMP comes out from Nero, and because Fuel have committed onto this, the hack is also huge. Beat also comes out from FD God. So slightly more invested there. Actually, it was even. Because Fielder also used Nano. So it was pretty even there. Even trade. And considering Dallas also had position control, that was a nicely played fight from Shock. Taking space. Shock just trying to farm some ult there. But a little bit of pressure. Phyllis goes in. Nice engage there. Gets a lot of pressure down. That comes out from Doha onto Choi. Choi goes down. And just recognizing Dallas Fuel recognizing they have the advantage here and just collapsing on this. I think Phyllis is going to go down, but honestly he's done his somewhat did his job there. He had a really nice engage. Oh, Fielder's in trouble. Jax is in trouble. EMP comes out from Doha. They really didn't want to invest the EMP, but they kind of had to there. Because Phyllis went down. Okay, so Fuel do have position control. I would say they have position tempo, but if we look at the ult economy, they do not have ult economy tempo. Shock at 100% in advantage of the ult economy tempo here. Shock are trying to get control of this top. Phyllis is there trying to block this. EMP comes out. Riley comes out from Jaxay. Can it keep Phyllis alive? It's enough. He manages to keep Jaxay alive. Hammond gets hacked. Instantly starts running for the hills. Defensive Diva Bomb comes out. Doesn't get any value. This is an absolute chaos inside this room. And this Primal is just absolutely tearing through Shock inside this room. Vexer goes down. Honestly, really impressive stuff there from Fuel. Considering how little ultimates they had, to manage to win this fight was huge. Let's actually go back and rewatch this fight and just see how they managed to pull this one back. So Nero's already in position. Nero gets an EMP, but this EMP is only on Fearless. Riley comes out. You see Hanbin there was hiding so that he's able to full matrix Fearless here to try and keep him alive. So they do manage to keep up Fearless. This is probably one of the difference makers here. Nice rally from Jexay. Hole comes out from Shock. Beat comes out from Shock. Sleep comes out. So much going on here. But also, as of right now, this has been a very, very good trade for Fuel. Managing to burn the Beat, managing to burn the EMP, managing to burn the coal, and still surviving here. Fuel is still hanging in there. Not for long, but he's dead. But they have position advantage now, right? They have this all of Shock bundled inside this room. They just push this out. Okay. Positioning wise, you have to be believing that Fuel has a massive position advantage here. Just because of this high ground, they can choose when they want to engage. They're waiting to see if Shock's gonna cross. Shock do cross. They managed to get inside. Oh, I got stunned. Let's watch this from FD God's perspective. Oh my god, look at that. Those reaction times. That is just incredible. So he cancels the EMP. He still goes down, but absolutely hero plays there from FD God, managing to stop that. Nade comes out. Fielder does manage to get a good nade there. So far, I've actually been really impressed with the support line of Fuel. I'm gonna be honest, the support line of Fuel was definitely something I was a little bit worried about, but they have been performing well. Nade comes out, just barely misses FD God. Nano comes out onto Fearless. They were clearly trying to focus down FD God there. Shield just barely misses. Smurf's gonna go down. EMP comes out. Gonna be a reset from Fuel. At least it should be a reset. Yep. Is Fielder gonna get away? I think he might get away from this. Yep, Jexay and crew are here. And this is actually pretty big, you know. This is pretty big because the fact that they've gotten out here and they're taking position is going to give Fuel a slight edge here. If Fuel can manage to get control of this high ground bridge area, this might give them a bit of an edge. Question is, are they going to go for this position? Nano comes out from Violet onto Smurf. Going straight for Jexay here. Nice nade from Fielder. Good sleep as well. Fearless gets 2. I mean, we need to watch this. Look at that juggling. So Fearless gets insane value. 2 really nice juggles off the edge of the map there. That might be it. That might be game. Like that play, I mean, just the peeling from Fielder there, the peeling from Fielder and Jexay, and the frontline pressure from Fearless, winning this fight heavily. Doha's got EMP. I really don't see Shock winning this now. Doha's in position. I feel like he could have stayed on high ground there. Cancels the TP. Hat comes out onto super. They can't even touch. Oh, Dallas looking really, really good. Really impressed with the Dallas support line. In fact, everyone in Dallas looked impressive. It just seemed like on a strategic level, in terms of compositions, they had the edge. In terms of gameplay and team coordination, they had the edge. In terms of map geometry and understanding and architecture of the map, understanding which positions when they had advantages, they had the edge. When it comes to the micro positionings, especially in the brawl composition, they had the edge. And I think this was actually a really good showing for Fuel. I think this was a really, really, really good showing for Fuel. Oof. That was a good game. That was an incredible game. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. That was a real pleasure to watch. We saw a lot of really interesting things coming from Dallas. This team are looking incredibly strong, and I'm sure we're going to see shock bounce back from this as well. But that is going to be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy this, it really helps me out a lot. If you can drop a like, consider subscribing, maybe even drop me a comment on any videos you'd like me to review next. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.